Merry Christmas from Every Home Needs a Gnome, also known as Bojo Mojo Design Co. I'm Brandy Gable. That took a lot of attempts, you guys. Ridiculous amounts. But I wanted to show off my gnomes. Aren't they adorable? That's not even all of them. That's like a portion of them. I got a problem, but I love them. Okay, so this is my second attempt at filming this because my first attempt I did it in front of the Christmas tree and I looked like a tomato because the lighting was horrible. So now I look slightly less like a tomato because my lighting is still horrible. But that's okay. My son's alarm is going off. The dogs are crazy. The cat is needy. It's all insane. But let's talk stitching. And my hat, let's talk about my hat. It's Christmas. Let's talk stitching. Or let's let the dog outside. No, let's not because it's a muddy mess out there. Never mind, he can wait. It's just gonna get loud because he saw a squirrel. Okay, so listen, my last video, I was working on this project. Beth Twist's Christmas band sampler. And from Heartstring Samplery. And I screwed it up. It was my second attempt and I bombed it. I bombed it bad. I decided to do a thing. Hey, Milo. No, bud. You're okay. You're okay. I promise. Okay, so I always start projects in the middle because that's how I was taught. You start in the middle and then you work your way out. That's great. But then I decided, you know what I'm going to do? After I've already started in the middle, now I'm going to try to jump around. So I did stuff at the top. I did stuff at the bottom. I don't know what I was thinking. I really don't remember. It's been a while. What ended up happening is that then I decided I was going to finish up all of this border. You know, the way so many of you do. You do the border first because you're crazy people. So I did that. It's probably a good thing I did that because what I discovered is that I got to the end portion and realized my border's not going to meet up. So then I had to figure out where my problem was. And my problem, I can't remember exactly where it is, but I do know this. It means I either have to tear out all of that or I have to tear out all of that. I can't remember which because I got very angry at it and I put it on a timeout. And when I put it on a timeout, I hid it. So much so that I couldn't find it this morning for quite a while. That's how angry I was. So anyway, second attempt, failed. I think UPS just pulled up. This is every day. I love Christmas. I love it. Okay, so I got mad at that. So I decided, you know what? I'm going to stitch something different. So I pulled out this bad boy. Beth Twist's Baby It's Cold Outside. Heartstring Samplery. Because it's cute. And I started stitching. And you know what? It's a fun stitch. I mean, I'm not surprised. Because I like the way Beth designs because this is how far I've gotten. Her designs fit my style of like what I like to stitch. The kind of stitching I like to do. Like I like to just get into a nice rhythm and just stitch like a block. And that doesn't always happen, which is nice, because if it always happened, it would get really boring. But I like having just like rhythm, and I don't like to think overly hard about my stitching, because I have to think overly hard in a lot of other areas of life, and stitching just should be therapeutic for me. And as long as it stays therapeutic, I enjoy it. When it starts to become a job, not so much. Hey, dogs, dogs, Milo, Bella, Milo, Bella, please. Every day, all day. Okay. They're insane. And I can't even let them outside. It's a mud ball out there. And they will turn into mud balls. And I cannot handle mud balls right now. So, this is where we're at. We're in this together, you and me. Welcome to my trench. Okay, let's talk Christmas finishes. Because these are all things that you've already seen, I admit. But they're the only Christmas finishes I have. Long lay the world. So he came. They're just playing. But it's making me crazy. This is what I do a lot. This is Plum Street Sampler. I'm 1,000% sure. I say, but I'm not. Hey, Bella, stop. It's whenever I start to record, they just go absolutely bonkers. I don't know why. I've heard this from other people too, that their dogs are the same. Anyway, I think they're calmed down for the moment. Okay, so we saw this. Long lay the world. Yes, there's the back. Cute, adorable. I love it. Here is Adore Him. I think this is also from Plum Street, but I'm not 100% sure. These were freebies. I know that. And I changed the year to 1910. And I finished it like that on the back. And then there is this little guy, which is also another Heartstring Samplery piece. This there's like 3 patterns with this, and I finished all 3 of them, but, I finished the stitching of all 3, but I haven't actually finished them. So this is the only one that's completely finished. So, and they all have crushed walnut shells in them. It's so fun. I love to play with them because there's like those stress reliever balls. And you can squish them. And you can squish out your dog frustration with them. Because you don't want to squish your dog. Because you love your dog. I love my dog. So, anyway, I really don't want to squish my dogs, I promise. Okay, here's one more thing. And this is my tongue is screwed up. This is my Christmas present to you all. And it says, Merry Christmas in French. I can't pronounce it, so I'm not even going to try. But there's room that you could put Feliz Navidad. You could put Merry Christmas. You could put the Norwegian God Yule. God Yule. I don't know how you say it. It's sort of like this. I know how to spell it, but I don't know how to say it. You could put Festivus for the rest of us. I don't know. Anyway, play around with it. Do whatever you want. This is a freebie. It is on my blog, which is Bojo Mojo Design Co. on WordPress. I'll put a link below because I don't really know the address to it. So just download a freebie. Merry Christmas. And this is how I finished the back with my star that is crooked. Also upside down. I don't know. It's not right. But oh well. This is the side people see. I love it. I just used chenille yarn to finish it off with. And they're so squishy. Anyway, that's all the stitching I have for you. Because it just is. I don't know what I'm going to stitch next. I was looking through a bunch of stuff last night and nothing was jumping out at me. And I don't know why, but it just wasn't. And so, but then I came across another stash of things that I had forgotten to look at. So I'm going to look some more and see what else I can stitch. Because to be perfectly honest, here's the thing. With Baby It's Cold Outside, I'm now to like the border part and the snowflakes. And I hate doing snowflakes. I'm also at the lettering. Okay, I don't love lettering. I don't love doing snowflakes. And I don't like borders that are kind of tiny spaced out. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. That probably didn't make sense. Anyway, I'm at a part of this particular design that I'm like, I'm not feeling it right now. I'll get it finished, but maybe not right away. So I just need to find something else to stitch because I got to stitch. I was born to stitch. So I'll figure that out and then I'll probably post it on Instagram or not. I'm kind of bad at social media, it turns out. Some of you guys are so good at like posting on your stories and you just kind of are constantly posting stuff and keeping us all up to date on what you're doing. And I'm like, 3 months later, here's my piece that I've made progress on. I'm not good at it. So, oh, there's a squirrel outside now. Milo, it's okay. It won't get us. Milo. I'm hoping he's going to quiet down. He's not going to. I pulled out the magic water bottle. They hate getting sprayed. He saw me come around the corner with it, and he just ducked and laid down like a quiet good boy. It's wonderful. I just never have a water bottle on me, so I always have to like go to the other room and whatever. Anyway, hopefully we can finish this video. So here's the deal. If you only want to be here for stitching and apparently dog craziness, which I am deeply apologetic for, and you don't want to talk about mental health, then now is the time to part our ways. Peace. And Merry Christmas. But if you would like to stick around for just a few minutes and talk some mental health stuff for a second, hey, let's do that because that's where I'm at. So many of you guys know I am a mental health advocate, I guess, and it's kind of what I do. I'm not trained. I'm not licensed. I don't have any kind of a clinician's license, but I deal with mental health and I work in recovery groups at our church. So, I'm just all about mental health and mental wellness. And right now, seems like a lot of us aren't well. Can we just be honest? We're in a weird season, and I don't just mean Christmas with elves and stuff. It's a weird season of life. It's a weird season in American politics. It's a weird season in world politics. It's a weird season with everything right now. Feels a little bit like crazy town. And I think that is having a serious negative impact on everybody's Christmas spirit this year. That and the fact that Thanksgiving came very late in November for those of us in America. And then Christmas just was like right around the corner. So there's kind of no transition time. But goodness sakes, we just impeached our president, and seems like everything's just kind of going nutso. And I'm not going to tell you how I feel about that because I want to keep you all as friends. Listen, here's the fact. I don't, politics doesn't have to get in the way of friendship. You and I probably are not going to always see eye to eye on a lot of things, and that's okay. And we're just going to leave it at that. But the fact is, it's a complete nut house. And whatever side of the aisle you're on, right? And goodness sakes, we're all just angry at each other. And there's, oh, it just breaks my heart. It just makes me so sad. So here's the thing. It's Christmas time. Christmas is all about like compassion and joy and hope and peace and all those good things. And it doesn't seem like anybody's got the Christmas spirit this year. I know I personally don't have the Christmas spirit. I am fighting daily to just like put one foot in front of the other because it is a very difficult season right now. Part of that is because, sorry, my foot is cramping. Part of that is December has been difficult for me since 1997 when my dad died, because it was in the month of December that he died, which also was his birth month, the anniversary of he and my mom for their wedding, and of course Christmas. So just a lot of stuff around December. So it's been hard for me since then, but the past few years have seemed especially difficult. And this year in particular, I feel like I am slogging through the muck and mire of life. And it is very hard to feel festive and joyous when all you want to do is hide your head under the blankets and just watch YouTube or not, because even YouTube is making me sad. Just going to be honest. Sorry, the dog is eating behind me. It's a weird sound, I'm sure. I can't help it. So anyway, it's been a particularly daunting season. And I know that there are a lot of other people that I've talked to who are also feeling the strain and kind of the blues, holiday blues. I don't even know if that's quite the right term for it, though, because it feels so much stronger than that. You're just so loud. He's just so loud. Everything he does is loud. But he's so darn cute. So anyway, I did a podcast episode for our podcast, Every Home Needs... Good Lord. I got too many things. The Road Home to You is our podcast. And I did an episode called The 12 Days... No, the 12 Self-Care Days of Christmas. There we go. And I know that there's not 12 days left until Christmas at this point, but it's just 12 simple, practical, easy steps that you can take to help kind of tend to your own soul a little bit this holiday season and take care of you. Things like, deep breathing exercises. And actually, I don't think I put deep breathing on there. Odd. But anyway, there's 12 practical tools, and deep breathing is just something that I have to practice on a daily basis. So anyway, if you are like me and you're kind of struggling this holiday season, I would encourage you to go listen to that. I'll put a link down below to that as well. And yeah, we just need to practice kindness. I think that's kind of what it boils down to, and gratitude. And sometimes it's really hard to be grateful when you're depressed or when you're anxious. It's hard to see those things that are a blessing or that bring you joy, but they are still there. Even in the darkest hour, they are still there. And I would encourage you to just take a look around. Honestly, that's the reason that I put my gnomes up like this, because my gnomes bring me much joy. And I wanted to kind of gather them all together for the Christmas season and just have them in one place so that I could look at them and just feel a sense of childhood wonder and remember, like, my love of gnomes. Y'all, listen, I know gnomes are like a big thing right now. I have loved gnomes since like 1978. I have loved them forever. So this is not a passing fancy for me. Gnomes are literally a part of my childhood, and they represent kindness and Christmas and compassion and so many good things. So anyway, I feel like there's more I was supposed to say, but my brain is just petering out. I've not even hardly had 3 sips of coffee. So I think I should go do that. Okay, listen, you guys, I will come back to you in the new year and I will show you what I'm stitching and all those good fun things. And in the meantime, I hope that you have a very Merry Christmas or a Happy Hanukkah or a Happy Kwanzaa. Is that what you say, Happy Kwanzaa? I don't know. I don't know anything about Kwanzaa. Gotta be honest. Happy Festivus. Happy whatever. Just be happy. Be joyful. Find hope. Make good memories with your friends, with your loved ones, with your next door neighbor. I don't know. Just make a good memory and spread some kindness. I think that's all I got. I don't know. I feel like I'm lecturing like this is like my last will and testament or something. Oh, I hope that wasn't prophetic. Anyway, okay, you guys, I love you. Thank you for making this a fun year. You guys are really awesome. I seriously appreciate all of your encouragement and your positivity and your warmth and your friendship. And there are some of you in particular who are just so just Johnny on the spot, and you just give me feedback right away, and it's just nice to feel seen. I appreciate that very much. Thank you for making me feel seen. All right. I love you. Merry Christmas!